I'm really excited to be able to talk to you about Saidi today. It's a subject that I really love. I love all folklore, specifically from Egypt, but Saidi is particularly interesting. So this style is from Upper Egypt in the Said region. The style that we use for belly dance is based in a martial art that's called tahtib. This art is very old. There's even hieroglyphics in some tombs where you can see men doing very similar movements to what we still see them doing today. So it's thought that maybe this is all the way back tradition from ancient times. So in tahtib today, the men in the Said will do a stylized version of fighting with the sticks. Even when they're doing the martial art matches, it's usually done to a chorus of mizmar and with drums, including one drum that's very popular in this region called the tabal, which is a big drum that they use in front of their body like this and play on the two sides. So this is where this dance is coming from. In this region of Egypt, there's actually a lot of different kinds of dance. We even have Gawazi styles that are native to this area. But as I said, the Saidi style that we see in dance with the stick is based in this martial art. Women do this dance traditionally. This is not a traditional dance. The style that we see for belly dance has come from a long tradition of taking some of these movements, mixing them with social dance steps, and putting them on the stage. One version of this dance we see is in the folklore troupes, the stage folklore troupes of Egypt. To put this dance on the stage and to represent this area of Egypt and its people and its art, they took the men and had them do all of the male stick work with some stylized dance movements added in. And then they brought the women in, and the women are doing also some modern stylized Western movements to fit the stage, but also the general folk movements, hip movements, and things like this. And at a certain point, they're handed the stick, and we do stylized versions of the male stick fighting movements. In Oriental dance, we add more belly dance element while still maintaining, again, the same traditional movements with the stick. The only big difference you'll see between the stage folklore and the Oriental is the stage folklore, the style is pretty set, whereas in Oriental dance, you see a big variety in what dancers choose to do with this dance. Some dancers you'll see emulate more of a masculine style of Saidi, doing actual male folklore movements, whereas some dancers are a lot more feminine with their interpretation of this music and this dance. They're doing the same movements with the stick, but their body language continues to be more soft and delicate and feminine. So let's talk about the music of Saidi. We know that Saidi has its own iconic rhythm, but this rhythm has a lot of variations. And we also see rhythms like maksum being used in Saidi music. Many Saidi songs have the pattern of going along with a nice, consistent, slow Saidi rhythm with little bursts of fast maksum thrown in. This is a very common way that we see the Saidi songs. The main instruments that we're going to hear in Saidi are the mizmar, which is a reed instrument, and the rababa, which is a very, very old style instrument, which is a string instrument played here. So when it comes to the costuming, it's similar to Belody in the sense that we are using a stylized version of the everyday costuming of the people. So just like in most of Egypt, everyday people are wearing galabeya. In Upper Egypt, there are certain designs and certain colors and certain fabrics that are more traditional to this region. For example, a suit is a city in Upper Egypt, Saidi region. This fabric is really popular for Saidi costumes because of its association with the region. So we have the galabeya costume, referencing the everyday clothing of the people, as well as some jewelry and some items that's maybe found in this area. But also, in the course of an Oriental show, sometimes there's a tiny bit of Saidi and méjancé. Maybe we have a short Saidi section and then we change to something else. Of course, you'll find dancers dancing with Saidi music in Oriental costume in the context of a full show. But if we have the chance, it's always very nice to use the traditional looking costumes to convey the feeling and the style of the dance.